that may have to do. I hope you guys can hear me. But welcome to your reading. Wait, is that gonna do? There we go. To your reading with me, Lorian. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you this reading. This is for the full moon on this night, which is the 23rd of November. I already can't believe we're almost at the end of November. It seems like my birthday was years ago, even though it was at the beginning. But yes, I thought it would be really, really good to just kind of check in, see what the energies were like. I'll just move this candle over here because it's getting more light. But yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to check in and see what kind of information we can get for you guys, judging from the Gemini full moon. Now, this is going to be for everybody. This is not just for Gemini. This is also for, this is for Aries, Taurus, everybody. Okay? So just give me a little note if you can hear me. If anybody is indeed able to type to me at the moment, say me if you can hear me. Because I'm using my at the moment, so let's have a look. Let's see what comes through for you guys. Whoa, hello. Oh, please. I'm actually making sure that this is stable with some stuff. So, before I came on as well, I actually had the instructions. Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you. I'm using my microphone this time, so that's kind of where this is coming from. I was a bit worried because Mercury retrograde, I don't know about you guys, but holy moly, it has been a time. I mean, we're only, a week into Mercury retrograde? Holy moly. I have had things damaged in the post. I have had electricals literally blow up on me. So many different things. I've had issues with them. It's just been all over the place. Anyway, I hope it's treating you guys all right. So these are the cards we'll be using. I don't know whether you can see them, but they are the Everyday Witch Tarot. Now, before I came on live, the way that they said they wanted to be done was as above, so below, and then general guidance. So this is what we're going to be doing. 3 cards, and I am shuffling. I hope you can hear it, but I am shuffling. And I'm going to bring out 3 cards. 1 for as above, 1 for so below, and then 1 for general guidance. Let's see what's coming up for you guys here. Right, they just said to stop, so I will stop. The first one, as above, which I will put there. And then the second one, so below. The third one, general guidance. I'm not going to put those up just yet, just so I can see what else comes through for you guys. And I might move this in a little bit so you can see the card better. Okay. So the first card is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is a beautiful card, to be honest. And as above, for me here, means that there's a lot going on in regards to direction. So as above is about that, what's happening spiritually, what is happening with our guides, what is happening with the universe, what is coming in order to help us see and make the changes that we need to make on this earth, which will be so below. So what I'm doing at the moment is tuning into this card for the Chariot, and it feels like there's victory coming through. There needs to be a little bit of self-assertion. There needs to be a feeling of, I would say, hard control. We can't afford to get off the tracks anytime soon. We need to stay on the straight and narrow. We need to stay focused. And that is kind of what's going on in regards to our spiritual paths. Our belief systems. We need to put in a bit more belief. Gemini is also about having that feeling of communication. The two sides to us that may need some organization. The communicator, sometimes ironically, I have to say, because Gemini does not seem to be able to communicate regarding relationships and stuff like that sometimes. So I do feel there's a little bit of irony there. But it's really good writing skills, turn of phrase, saying what you have to in order to make your voice be heard and make it known and not be afraid of the consequences. So that's the kind of spiritual element that I'm getting at the moment. It's not necessarily saying preach to everybody, but what it's saying is very much about having that community spirit. And also, it may be, I don't know how well you can see this card, but I'll just bring it forward slowly. Oh no, you cannot see it in the shadows. Well, there you go. My overhead light bust as well. There you go, Mercury retrograde. Woohoo! Okay, so this is basically saying that you do have this sort of tenacity, this belief system, this personal journey that you're going on. And this will be to do with your soul journey. You may be torn, actually. This is quite a good card to have for Gemini, because you may be torn between two directions. And as we all know, Gemini's twins. So you could be torn between one route and the other route. For if you're an author, for example, you might be torn between having that self-publishing or going the traditional route. So it's one of those things where you feel like, okay, so do I leave this person or do I stay with them and stick it out? Do I tell this person the truth or do I go here? So this is maybe your mental issue over the next few weeks in order to get this sort of balance. I do feel there's a breakthrough on its way, and I do feel that you have some gravity coming in here to help you make that decision and to honestly feel like you have the strength, determination, the feeling of understanding, the case of, no, I am going to do this and I am going to beat this thing, I'm going to do it. So that's very strong, I think, at the moment for you guys, and it's just a case of, I feel, trying to focus your energies on that. I mean, I haven't had the So Below card yet, but I do feel that they want you to focus. I do also think that once you make that decision, once you actually say, I can go this way, it may enable you, it may empower you in order for you to take that risk or take that challenge, sign up for that class, do something that maybe you wouldn't have done before. And that'll allow you in so much of a better space to come in and develop yourself. All right, and the next card we have is So Below. And So Below is, I had a feeling this was going to come up, I don't say it out loud, and I always think I should say it out loud because then it will be verified. Like if I say, oh, I think this card's going to come up next, then you'll say, oh, Lorien, aren't you wonderful? Because you actually predicted that card, but I never do. Anyway, it's the Seven of Wands. I was actually torn between whether it be the 5 or the 7. Anyway, so this is about your kind of perseverance, your persistence, the resilience to get where you're going, the feeling of, I'm going to get here, I'm going to progress, hell for leather, that kind of feeling. You may have this connection that's coming through at the moment, and you feel as though there is, how to say it really, like this, an agenda. I think that's the kind of word that I'm looking for. There is an agenda against something that's coming in here, and I think a lot of you are suffering, whatever this agenda is, and it doesn't feel very nice. It feels like you have a lot of people, through your success, they're coming at you. It could also be your own, what's it called? Anxieties, your own fears coming into play here. Because it's full moon, it will illuminate everything. So, it may be just a case of jumping on this in order to feel like you have a direction. But ultimately, you have so much going on, and I think that you may feel pressure to conform. That's the word I wanted. Conform. And I think that, I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot going on with you guys, and it's like that if you want to pick a side, You can do that in your own time. You don't have to be forced here with all these people. You don't have to be pressured into doing what they think is right or what they... Sorry, I just seem to knock the camera then. They feel it's right. They want you to do this, but you can just be like, hang on a second, I don't want to know this. I don't want to do this. And you're right, Lynette, it is all about speaking and defending your truth. And it is something about, not being afraid of having that clapback or that repercussion for doing what you love. Geminis can be seen as the mess arounds, the non-committal, the people who just go here, there, and everywhere, the cold, calculated ones who never grow up. I see a different side, and I feel like it is that you become who you need to be depending on the situation. And I think this is kind of transforming you, becoming what you need to be because of this situation, and actually being this sort of connected energy that's coming in here. That is what I see most of all, and I see this being your gift, really. During this Gemini moon, you can change. You can bend to what others want from you. I am here to really reassure you and implore you, do not give in to the shadow aspect of these people who think they know what's best. For instance, I'm just going to come up with an example that's going through for me, so I do apologise. There is a contest that I was in quite a while ago, and the mentor in question was kind of pressuring me, or well, not pressuring me, but suggesting every single time. And Kat, if you watch this, it's not you. I just had to put that out there. It's not you, Kat, so don't worry. There was somebody who kept trying to push me into a certain area and into this feeling of, oh no, you need to do this in order to get here. You need to do this in order to get here. And I'm like, I'm happy with the way it is, I'm happy with what I've done. And trusting yourself, it's scary. There's still no result yet from that contest, actually. But I went with my gut, and I actually, just submitted what I wanted to. And what I felt was me, not somebody else's. Well, if you do it this way, you'll get there. It's like, no, I'm not twisting it. I'm not giving in to what you feel is this. So it has to be your focus, your personal choice, to continue with what you want to do. Yes, you may want to go the easier route, one of these, but that's kind of where the choice is. You are a spirit having a human experience, there's no right, there's no wrong necessarily, unless it's like the darker forces, but generally I think you just need to come through okay, so this is general guidance. Oh, well, hello, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is kind of a nice note to end on. I did not anticipate that card, so I'm not even going to come out and say, oh yeah, I knew this was going to... No, I did not. I had no idea that this one was going to come through. But the Ten of Pentacles, that's interesting. Okay, so just trying to tune into it a little bit. I wish I had more candles. But then that's every witch's wish, right? You can never have enough candles. Oh, okay. The one thing that came up for this was transmit power. So, all right. So there's something about transmitting your power. Okay, so maybe in the full moon, you stick to your guns and actually this is the result. The general guidance is you've done the right thing, you've stuck to yourself, you've been this sort of connective energy, there's this unifying energy almost, and it feels a lot like you're getting into it now. You're getting into the swing of things, you're really connecting within yourself. Ten of Pentacles is a beautiful card. It's about wealth, establishment, happy ever after, or at least happy for now. You feel like you've invested all your time and energy on something that pays dividends. Now, even though we're going into a waning moon, yes, waning moon, I always get confused, we still have the ability, we still have the connection And I think that there's a lot going on in regards to where we can build these connections and how we can encourage them and how we can see them flourish. And I feel like there's comfort and satisfaction in this card. I feel like there's a lot of new enterprise ability coming from this card, no matter what the moon phase is. Maybe you could interpret this as, if you're into moon phases, you're getting rid of all the chatter. You're getting rid of all the things that don't matter, and you're actually making your stand here in a strong, important, meaningful way. That could be the thing that you take from that. So I do feel that there's a lot going on, and I do feel that you have this ability to commit here, and I do feel that there's a lot that there's a lot that you can enjoy coming through here as well. Honestly, I believe that the growth is there. It's proven here. The growth is here, and committing to yourself and making sure that you have this resilience, persistence to get where you are, that's going to be amazing for you. You stick by your guns, you get what you want, and there you are. Hey Alex, by the way, yes, everything's fine with my kitties, even though they are still annoying. But that's the feeling of, harmony and goodwill and nature and feeling incredibly nurturing, I suppose. But there is a sense of, like, this is almost a Thanksgiving-y effect. People together, family together, celebrating, being part of a home established. I've made it, or I've done it, or yes. This is a culmination of the last year. Yeah, this is the last year. Because now we're entering the last phase, second to last full moon. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Now, just to finish, I really want to do some cleansing of us all. Now, even if you... there's this tarot card on the floor. Even if you are not watching this live, this is still going to help you. So I'm just going to light this sage. And then I'm just going to come forwards towards you and have this sage bath, if you will. Okay, I just heard somebody outside my room, and there's nobody there. I am alone on this floor, so thank you if you've been listening in, I suppose. Alright. Let's just give us a bit more sage, shall we? Just breathe it in if you can. Just leave some. Alright, so you're all cleansed. Whoops, you're all cleansed now for this new moon. Full moon, I always get them confused. This full moon, this brilliant, beautiful beaver moon. And the beaver itself, it works away, it never is very resilient and very cute. And it's often misunderstood. So maybe that is the theme for the next few weeks. Let me know if you like this format, by the way. I'm kind of digging it myself, so if you would like me to continue this. Oh, you can smell it already? Wow. That's powerful stuff. But let me know if you like this format, and I will do it for the other full moon or new moon readings that I do. And maybe with a few more candles, because I love them. But take care, everybody. Thank you so much for investing your time, energy, and love with me today. If you'd like to get in touch with me for readings, my email's down below. And I just wish you the very best of nights. Have a lovely weekend ahead of you. If you want to watch this back just before the new moon, see what's kind of coming up for you guys, or has happened for you. We should be almost at the end of Mercury retrograde next time we speak. So, tally ho, good fellows, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Much love, everybody. Take care now.